Welcome to the Popish Plot. I'm Nate.
I'm Jessica.
And I'm Mike.
And we're back with the Saints from the second half of the month of August. Once again, as discussed in our preceding episode, which if you haven't seen, stop this now, go back and watch that one. It's really, really good. Some Saints in there. Because of the number of times that it has come up that this is an excellent name that people should be reviving instead of creating really weird misspellings of names in order to give their kids unique names.
Do we need yet another Dylan?
Jess went and found all of the saints celebrating a feast day in the month of August that she felt had names, which she thought Mike would probably look at and say, that's a name you should bring back.
And they're all winners.
Like this first one on the 16th of August.
I can do. Because it is
she can do.
Saint Hyacinth. Now, I should note, this is a guy Hyacinth.
I know.
However, if your last name is Bucket or Bouquet, how could you not name any kid Hyacinth?
Seriously, you essentially have a responsibility. Now tell us about St. Hyacinth.
They were born in 1185.
Notice, he was born.
Yep. He died in 1257. He was called the Apostle of Poland. He was a Dominican missionary in Poland, Pomerania, Denmark, Prussia, Lithuania, Sweden, Norway, Russia, and then in a Y turn, China and Tibet.
Well, I mean, Russia is quite a large area, so
Yeah,
it will take you all the way from one to the
Russia,
other. Holy smokes, he was well-traveled.
Yes.
I think maybe he's a saint. So clearly, he was living a life of noble virtue, but it's entirely possible that his bishop or whoever was in charge of his
just keep going.
community just said, "Look, just start walking that way."
No,
Everybody you find,
I'll tell you when to stop.
everybody you find, teach them the glory of God.
see, he was born in Poland, so because I could totally see if he started out in Denmark and they just had him go east.
He's already
when he
he had to go.
When he got far enough east, he then just turned south.
Just keep going.
And I think he even looped back around because I believe he died in Poland.
But we know more about his life.
Yes. He's the patron of Lithuania,
Ooh.
those in dangers of drowning, and
Hey.
UST College of Tourism and Hospitality Management, which, as far as I can tell, is the University of Santo Tomas in Manila, Philippines.
Fantastic.
Because I'm that is a very exact thing to be the matron of.
Tourism and hospitality management.
Maybe I need to go there.
That's pretty contemporary. Nate, do you know how close to the equator the Philippines is?
Pretty close.
Okay.
Also, although I believe most people there do speak English, it's not like it's the only language.
Yes. Well, yes. From what we've seen of some TV shows that supposedly took place there, it's very multilingual. But I can learn languages.
I'm just saying, learning a language unrelated to the fact that you need to know this language to then do the classwork makes it twice as hard.
I've no doubt, Nate, that you will be able to master Tagalog. I really want to see a pale, extremely tall Dutch man in the Philippines. This is going to be great.
It's going to be like our one friend who went to work in China, where it was a cultural thing. Parents told their kids to point at the giant white man and yell foreigner.
Hi!
Say, ho, 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 green giant. Come on, do it.
This is going to be amazing. This is going to be amazing. On August 17th, we've got Saint Anastasius IX. So remember, when you're naming your kid this, don't just cop out and name him Anastasius. Specifically, Anastasius IX. Died in 553, who was a hermit and bishop in Italy.
I will go one step further, though, Mike. If you don't want to name him Anastasius IX, name him Anastasius X and say he's named after that guy.
Boom! So your name is Anastasius X whatever? No, my name is Anastasius X.
How many kids do your parents have? Oh, just the three of us.
I'm an only child.
It would be funny if you made your middle name the 9th, so you did your full name and they're
Anastasius the 10th, the 9th,
and they're trying to pronounce IX. You're like X.
X.
It's pronounced the 9th.
It's pronounced the 9th. I'll spell it out for those who in the back were slow.
My good friends just call me 9.
Or if you prefer, Nuevo.
My friends call me 9. Sister Mary called me Anastasius.
Nate, you want to try the 18th?
Sure, the 18th. All right. Saint Daig Maccairaill?
I mean, that's the last name. So
Maccairaill.
Maccairaill. Maccairaill.
AKA.
Also known as Dagaeus. Also known as Daganus. Died 586. Founder and bishop. Called one of the 3 master craftsmen of Ireland.
Daig.
Yeah, when I saw the name, I'm like, is it a Welsh name? Because I have no Welsh names on the list. I'm like, no, another Irish. There's a number of Irish and Scottish ones, but, no Welsh.
But you Daganus.
Mm-hmm. It should be noted, Irish names are their own kind of impenetrable. Mm-hmm. Not exactly the same way as Welsh, but...
But yeah, call him Daig. I like it.
Mm-hmm. On the 19th, we've got Saint Badulfus. Died in 850, a Benedictine abbot of Annay, Lyon, France. Badulfus. He's a bad man. Badulfus.
Also on the 19th.
No, he's a very good man. He's a saint.
Extremely good man. He's a saint.
Also,
like Saint Benedict the Moor, you can be both a bad man and a very good man.
You mean Moses?
Yeah, Saint Moses the Black. Yeah, sorry.
He's got a lot of names, but all of his first names tend to be a variation of Moses.
Always Moses.
Also on the 19th, we got Saint Sebald. That's an excellent name, Sebald.
Sebald.
Died 770, the patron saint against cold weather, and for Nuremberg, Bavaria. Was a hermit and a missionary.
I would never use this name. A patron against cold weather. I love the winter. Also, the patron of Nuremberg, he wasn't doing such a good job in the 20th century. On the 20th.
Most of what they get bad press for is things other people did to them.
I mean,
moving weapons factories, drop bombs.
I mean, and they're most commonly known for when they corrected all the horrors that took place to the best of their ability.
Indeed, I should be more charitable. On the 20th, Saint Baamin, martyred in Kemet, Egypt.
I don't think it's Baamin. I think it's Baamin.
It's only 2 A's. It's not like 6.
Yeah. Maybe it's Baamin.
It could be Baamin.
2 A's makes it
Baamin. Same Baamin. Same Baamin. Not quite as impressive as the next guy.
Not quite as impressive as Saint Hardulph. Hermit in Leicester, England.
Hardulph. Come on. This is like an action star name.
Yep. Mm-hmm. Call him Dolph.
Little Hardulph.
Call him Hardy.
Mm-hmm. 2 boys, Badulfus and Hardulph. No one will mess with them.
You said call him Dolph, and I'm just imagining, from like the Rocky, I will break you. I'm like, yes, that was the point.
That was
the way I was going.
Exactly. Also on the 21st, Saint Luxorius. Died in 303, a soldier martyred in Sardinia, Italy.
Luxorius.
I wonder if he was Egyptian, because they had the city of Luxor. Luxorius.
I mean, it could be, based off of the Latin, I think, for light. But it seems like the type of name that because a lot of people are going to go for the old timey names, but this is if you are
303, this is really old timey.
Yes, but still, if you're like whatever we're modernly calling yuppies, that's the type of thing you would name your kid.
Luxorious. It even sounds like the great thing about this, right, is that it actually works with the current theme of just making up names, and it sounds
like a made up name.
Totally
like a made up name.
But we have a saint.
It's my kids, Luxorius and Prada.
Or the next saint.
Saint Paternus.
Now you're a Harry Potter spell.
Yep. Died 255, was from Egypt, and was martyred in Italy.
Paternus.
Call him Little Daddy.
No, when
or
somebody's
Pat.
It's Pat. No, when your name is Paternus, your name is Paternus. Now, rounding out the 21st, many saints on this day.
Oh, that's the 22nd.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Moving on to the 22nd, we have Saints Fabrician and Philibert.
Not Filbert.
Philibert.
Philibert.
There's a middle I. Fabrician and Philibert.
They were
Spanish martyrs.
Who may or may not have been, very tasty, covered in chocolate, and then small chopped up pieces of it, and then wrapped in gold foil.
No, Fabrician.
Philibert.
Fabrician made things.
He's a maker.
It is very closer to Philibert, which is, like the less classy way of saying hazelnut.
But the great thing is if you use Philibert, built-in nickname, his name is Phil. No problem at all.
On the 24th.
Or Bert.
This one's a little tricky.
But it's so worth it.
Saint Yrchard. Yrchard. Also known as, and I like this one better, Saint Yardcard.
Yardcard.
I don't know how you would make that a kid's name, but...
Listen, every Gary was once a small child. It seems bizarre, but it's true.
Call him Yardy. Call him Cardi. Died in the 5th century, a Scottish bishop and missionary to the Picts.
Ooh. Nice. Yrchard. On the 25th, Saint Eusebius died in 192, a martyr. So this is not the Eusebius.
This is not the Eusebius.
Not the Eusebius known for his ecclesiastical history, and it's also not the Arian Eusebius of Nicomedia or whatever.
Yes.
Eusebius.
It uses all the vowels. I mean, it doesn't because it's not an A, but it's got way too many vowels for that many letters.
There are 5 vowels in that word, in that name.
5 out of 8. That's a lot.
And there are 8 letters total.
That's a lot. It's almost Hawaiian.
On the 26th, we have Saint Pandwyna, also known as Pandonia. Died 10th century. She was either Scottish or Irish. A church in Cambridgeshire, England, is dedicated to her.
Nice. Winnie, Pandwyna. Love it. Jess, you want this next one?
Yes. On the 27th, we have Saint Ebbo. They died in 740, and he was a bishop in Sens, France.
Ebbo. Ebbo.
I imagine it's a good middle name, as long as your last initial doesn't make it spell something weird. It's always important if you put a vowel in the middle, what are the variations, and what are the variations if they change their name when they get married?
It is important to note, my sister is a lawyer, and her initials are Law. So she didn't change her name when she got married. You can't when you're a lawyer whose initials are Law. Also on the 27th, we have Saint Malrubius, a hermit of Mearns, Scotland, was killed by Vikings.
The Bad Ruby.
The Bad Ruby. Malrubius. Great.
Also on the 27th, this one, if you add a letter, they're a very popular game since they're a game that's been very popular since the 90s.
If you got twins, you can have Carlo in this one.
Saint Poemon. It's like Pokemon, but without the K.
And the little accent.
Died in 450. They were a desert father, a hermit, and an abbot. So they're going to be one of those hermits that was so good at being a hermit that everybody else came out to be like them, and it ended up starting a monastery.
I guess I'm going to start an order or something. On the 29th, Saint Sebbi AKA Sebbe, died in 694, a king of Essex who abdicated after 30 years to be a monk.
Yes, they spent a full time being king, but
Sebbe is a fantastic name, though.
Sebbe.
So
we've got capital.
Doesn't even need an abbreviation. Doesn't even need to be shortened. Who are they? They're Sebbe.
We've got capital Sebbi or capital Sebbe. Sebbe.
You choose. If you want, you could even possibly spell it with a Y.
Well, that's just silly.
That would be. Finally, on the 30th, rounding out the month, Saint Bononius Died 1026. They were a Benedictine abbot and missionary in Egypt and Syria.
I choose to believe that is Bono's first full name.
Bono.
His last name, his true last name.
Bono.
Oh, sorry. I mispronounced it then.
Bono.
Saint Bononius.
Bononius. That's great. Again, I know what it's like to grow up as a Mike in the 80s and the 90s. You can't swing a dead cat without several mics.
Yeah.
Your kid doesn't have to go through that same thing. These are great names, but I still bet that your kid would be the only Ebbo in his class.
And on a plus side, if they take a foreign language, when they have to go and pick their name, when they have to go and, change their name, they don't have to because their name doesn't translate.
Boom.
I still had to pick a name. And Julie picked Juliet before me in French. Which is the closest they have to Jessica. Because, again, it is a very messed up, obscure Hebrew name.
Whereas little Pandwyna would not have that problem.
And if you don't want to go all out on that, there is the fact that also pets have the same problem. Like, apparently 50% of the female dogs that come into a vet is named like Bella. However, if you had a reddish, an Irish setter who you thought caused trouble, and you called him Malrubius.
Although I'm old school, male dogs should be named Fido.
You could call your dog. You could call your dog Daig.
I mean, I believe like the
people just think you had a weird way of pronouncing dog.
Daig. No, it's pronounced dog.
I mean, it could be like the fact that I have not checked it, but according to reasonably correct sounding sources, Sorbius essentially translate to Spot, so the gates of hell are guarded by Spot the dog. Why? Everyone names their dogs the same things.
Yep. It's a constant across time and space. This Spot just happens to have 3 heads.
Why are cats named Felix? Because they're lucky!
Sleep all day, eat rats. Come on, life is good.
So go down to the comment section below, and once again, give us some names of saints that perhaps you think would make a good name for a kid nowadays. The older, the better. While you're down there, hit the like button, the bell, the subscribe, the bell, all the things. Turn on all the bells and whistles. And until next time, remember to live your faith.
Love your faith.
And
Share that love. Yes, fully activate your YouTube experience.